It is a Tuesday afternoon, and I'm just winding down for the day, and it just so happens that I have two of these wild Zakk guitars. This is the Epiphone version. Both of them have EMG pickups. They both got compensated nuts and fret dress, level recrown and polish, and intonation. Tightened up the machining in the bridge on this one. Although the bridge is pitted on this one, it's good and rock solid. So stay tuned, all of you Zakk Wylde fans. I'll be coming back shortly with a Epiphone to Gibson comparison. So the Gibson was set up for 11 to 48 strings, E-flat tuning, and the Epiphone is 10 to 46, concert pitch. A Zakk to Zakk, back to back. Well, as promised, we're going to give you the rundown on both of these Zakk Wylde guitars, the Epiphone version as well as this Gibson version. Before we do that, we're going to do the sort of calibration tuning rundown on each one so you can see for yourself. You can try this on your own Les Paul at home. This is E-flat tuning, 11 to 48. So here we go. So this is Devon's Epiphone Zakk Wylde, also EMG pickups. Hopefully we'll get around the sound of the traffic on the street. Okay, so with Jeff's Gibson Zakk Wylde model, we've got active EMG pickups and the standard Gibson bridge. The pots needed to be sprayed, they were kind of scratchy. And we did a full fret dress, level, crown, and polish. And this is the compensated nut for the 11 to 48 strings E-flat tuning. So all of the headstock inlay on the Gibson is actual mother pearl. And it's got that multi-layered headstock binding and the solid brass Les Paul custom truss rod cover. And this has the regular Gibson style single action truss rod that is adjusted with the nut driver. Now with the Epiphone guitar, you don't have actual pearl in the face of the headstock. It's a pearloid or plastic made to look like pearl. But it also has the gold Grover machine heads. Now the plate on this one is a little bit different. It is brass, but it actually says Zakk Wylde Les Paul Custom. And as you can see, the values on the compensated nut for the 10 to 46 strings at concert pitch are completely different than the values on Jeff's Gibson Zakk with the 11 to 48 E flat tuning. So on the Epiphone Zakk, I also did have to kind of play with that input jack a little bit, swap out the washers and the nuts for the proper thread. And now it's functioning 100%. All of this machining was pretty loose, so I did end up actually wrapping the tips of the bridge posts in a very thin aluminum tape. The threads for the posts were wrapped, posts for the tailpiece, they were wrapped as well. So everything's nice and solid now, nothing slopping around. So it's not just that it's intonated, but it's going to stay intonated. A lot of the time there's so much looseness, more so in the Epiphone than the Gibson, but even the Gibson sometimes. But with the Epiphones especially, if you hit the bridge with your palm, you can actually move it out, and that's enough to knock the intonation out. But no longer the case here. This is all rock solid. There was quite a bit of discrepancy here typically at that tenon and mortise neck to body junction. All of these frets here needed to be really leveled, brought down quite a bit, recrowned and polished in order to get the action where it is now. So both of these guitars are done, so we'll bring them into the studio now, plug them in and let you hear them both. The other thing I wanted to mention on both of these guitars, the back of the maple neck on a Les Paul, both of them are maple necks. The back of the headstock is painted cream on both, and it's got the sort of the Zakk Wylde cartoon on the back. And the gold Grovers. Just wanted to point that out, I forgot to mention it. Okay, so we're going to give you a quick chord rundown, and I'll just go alphabetically. A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. So here's some extended chords. E major 9, E major 7, A minor 9, first position, exact same chord, 13th position. I should make the correction. All of those chords that I call are actually a half step lower. So in other words, this is E flat major 9. The guitar is tuned down a half step. So this is the 11 to 48 tuned to E flat. Okay, let's do the rundown on that other one. Okay, so this is Devon's Epiphone Les Paul. Also has EMG pickups, but these ones are passive. They don't have the output of the Gibson active ones. And I wanted to mention too that the body on this one is, I'm not exaggerating, it may be close to half the weight of that other one. Is a tank. Boy, oh boy. It's good that Jeff's a big, strong farm boy. Okay, so back of the headstock. Now you can see this is actually more kind of yellow than it is cream, but it is a maple neck on a Les Paul. Part of the reason for the crazy sustain and brighter sound. So there you go. There's Zakk and all his wildness on the back of the headstock. Okay, so we'll run some chords on this. Again, just go alphabetically. A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. And some extended chords, and now this actually is E major 9. This is tuned standard pitch. A minor 9, first position. 13th position. Okay, so this is the Zakk Epi through my ME25, and this is the extreme distortion. Here's the power chord backing. So here's a cleaner sound over those power chords. Okay, I'll grab that Gibson and just go through the motions, similar motions, and you can make the comparison. I forgot about that for a second. We're in E-flat tuning here, so re-recorded that with this guitar, the bed track of power chords. Here we go. sustain on this thing. I'm not kidding. It's got to be double the weight. It's kind of hard to tell what it sounds like with all that, with all those guitar effects on it. So this is the clean sound. Let me just make sure I've stretched it out of tune. So here's the straight sound. This is a brand new battery I put in here, so these pickups they're really designed to rip. I can play cleanly, but man, I gotta roll the volume back even more. Okay, there we go. Like I said, these pickups are essentially designed to be wide open. And that's it for the back-to-back Zakk to Zakk demo.